Hello everyone, this is Lioness Slays and welcome to my channel. This is my first YouTube video, guys, so bear with me. But that's the color of her locks at the beginning. As you can see, she has a lot of new growth to salt and pepper gray. So what I decided to do was lighten her locks. So of course I used some bleach to start off lightening her hair, lifting it. What I did was I started on the bottom part of her hair because that part needs to soak up the most lightener because it has the color all on it. And of course, you should know that the roots will turn quickest. So I wanted the bottom part to go ahead and start processing. And that way, once I got ready to put on the roots, it'll all even out to one color. So I started out using the brush, but I had the wrong kind of brush. So yeah, I started doing it with my hand. But really, that's easier anyways. So I can just rub all the product in because with locks, it does take a lot of product in them to turn, to lighten. So I came around to this side of the camera so y'all could see better. But yeah, so right now I'm just rubbing all that lightener into her locks so it can soak in there, lift up all that color that she has on there that was previously done. And she be having her head all the way back. I'm like, girl, sit your head up. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing now. I did this all the way down to the ends, lightener. And actually, this is my first time lightening and coloring period locks. I'm used to doing it on real hair. Well, not real hair, but on hair that's not locked. But this is my first time doing it on locks. So this is the technique I use for this. If anybody has any other suggestions on, how I could have did it, feel free to put your comments below. I won't be mad or anything, but this is what I did. So, and then I had to go get another bowl. So, but yeah, this is back to me lightening her locks. And now I started putting the lightener on her roots because the locks at the bottom started changing. So I decided to go ahead and start putting it on her roots. So I did this throughout her whole head, make sure everything was nice and saturated throughout the whole thing. I went through the different layers of her locks. And this right here, I'm actually, like massaging the lightener. I'll make sure it's all through each piece of the lock to make sure it goes through everything because you don't want to have any spots or any little areas that didn't take. So you want to make sure all that lightener gets good in there. And then I kind of was trying to pull it down to the lock as well. And right here, I'm just going to get the brush and kind of smooth it out along her edges just to make sure all that lightener is laying in there good. And then I went through, some different pieces just to make sure everything is saturated good. And that's what I'm doing now, just going through the whole head, through all the locks to the ends to make sure I have enough lightener on and see how it's changing, see how everything is taking. Alright, so after it had set for a little bit, not long, because I didn't want it like bright, even though it was already getting pretty blonde. I checked it and this is how it was. Now this is the result after I washed everything out and I had dried it before I put color on it. And I was going through it and I was looking at the ends and I was like, I didn't like that at all because they didn't really take that good. They were darker. So I'm actually going to go back through and put lightener on it on all the spots that needed to be lightened more. And one side at the top was a little bit brighter as well than the other side. So yeah, I put some more lightener on the side that was darker so it can get a little bit lighter. That way once I put the color on, it will be even. And then I also put it on the ends that you can see in little spots. So this is how it turned out after I went through and added a little bit more lightener on it. The ends look a lot better. And so I went ahead and put the color all over the roots first on everything so that the grays can start processing because that takes the longest. And from the root, I went ahead and pulled it all the way down to the ends. Now you'll see some areas where it's lighter on the ends, not on this side, but in the back, really. It's that last back panel that I did last. I actually ran out of the color. I had 2 tubes of Pervana. And so, yeah, they ended up being a little bit lighter on those little pieces, but I still like it. It still looks good. I figured it would add like some dimension to it. And so this is after I rinsed out all the color out of it. This is how it turned out. At first I was like, oh, this ain't the color I was looking for because I wanted to be like a honey blonde. And this was kind of looking like a doodle brown. But I actually like it. Like, you can actually see the honey blonde. So I'm finna start twisting her hair. That's the beeswax that I use. And this was some tropical root locking gel. That was my first time using that tropical roots locking gel. I wanted to see how it worked. Because usually I'll just use like some beeswax and gel, regular gel, or I'll use Paul Mitchell products, some of their locking, their firm wax and like a locking gel that they have as well. I like those, but I'm trying to try different products for locks. So to see what I like best and what works best, so I try that little root stuff with the beeswax. But yeah, so I started out just twisting with my hands close to the roots. So I wanted to make sure that I was getting as much new growth in as I could around her perimeter. So I just used, my fingers to make sure I was wrapping everything around, getting it as good and tight as I could. So as you can see I'm grabbing it, twisting all that hair around the lock because as it grows out, it's gonna eventually become one with that lock, all her new growth, the little curly hair she has. And then make sure I part through my sections to try to get them as neat looking as possible. That way, that's better for styling and everything. I put my little clamps on there, child. So, yep. Just enjoy. Keep watching. It's going to get good. And I'm also going to later on show you another technique, which is just the palm roll that I'm going to do later on a little bit up. But right here, I just wanted to get that perimeter good. You see how I'm twisting that hair around that lock, baby? That's going to make sure these are nice and pretty. I got to get all that hair, all that new growth. Oh yeah, and by the way, I like to mention that I did start her locks from the beginning. It's been about 8 years, I believe. So yeah, this is her growth from 8 years ago. Alright, so I had to let y'all get closer to see because she has a lot of new growth. So I had to show y'all how I was getting all of that in the twist. All of that locking in there, all that hair. That's how you gotta do it. So these people hair can look nice and neat. Look at that, look at that. That's just so pretty. And you can see that color. Look at that color. That look pretty, don't it? Okay. So, and I like it because it matches her skin tone. But, yeah, so right here I did some more of that twisting with my palm. And I just add the beeswax on first. Put the beeswax all over the pieces I'm finna twist. And then I put some of the gel on top of it on all the pieces. Make sure I had enough product. That way I can start twisting. And that little one, because it was the only one on the clip, was kind of unraveling. So I had to clip it with some other ones. But yeah, so I put all my product on first. Then I go through, break up all the pieces and start twisting them together. Now this part is very important. Make sure you separate and getting that hair, from other pieces so you can have nice, clean, and neat parts. And then it'll, other pieces will not be twisting together with other locks that may cause them pain later. And then I'm going to show you how, like that, I put some gel on the edges. I gotta have them edges laid, baby. Know how y'all like y'all baby hairs. But that was some hair, just showing how the new growth will grow outside of the lock. And see how I'm tightly gripping that. And that piece of hair that I just showed y'all, I am twisting that around the lock. As I twist it, I'm twisting that hair around the lock. And it's going to join with the lock, to help create that lock. Look how neat and pretty that is. And see with my fingers, I just make sure, bam, everything tight. Look at that. Beautiful. Pat myself on the back, baby. But, yeah, part it out. Get them nice, neat parts. Twist it all together. I don't know what's going on right there, but, part it out. So next, I always spray my locks with spritz. And this brand is a liquid mousse, some kind of spritz that I use. But I do a few twists and everything, and then I spray them, and that helps it hold. And so now I'm going to show you the palm roll technique. Of course, I'm parting out the hair, and then I know I got some big old hands, but you put the twist in between both of your palms, like so, and then you just one hand they go the opposite direction, and you just roll that twist down. You see how it's a lot quicker, really, than what I was doing the first time, because all that new growth hair twists right on in with that lock all at once. It's just beautiful. And I'm not wrapping, taking so much time to wrap the hair around it. So once again, you're going to see that I separated it. I combed the hair at the root because I don't want it looking, all matted or whatever. But I want it to be neat with the twist. And then I put it in between my hands, and my hands go the opposite direction, and roll the hair in between my hands, and all that hair automatically just twists up in that lock. So pretty. So I'm gonna do that a couple of times on here, really for the rest of her head. I did the palm roll. Just like that, just like that. Look how that whole lock, everything beautiful. And sometimes I will bring the product down on the lock to make sure that that whole lock is being saturated and all of the hair is being twisted in there. So as it continues to lock, her locks will be pretty and neat. See how I just brought the product down along on the twist. So for the palm roll. And then, like I said, this is what I'm doing for the rest of her head is the palm roll, which is a great technique. And I show you how, like, you see that hair right there? That was hair that's not in any lock. It's just growing outside the lock. And with that palm roll, it twists right on in there, baby. Looked like it was a part of it the whole time. But it's easy, you know, just try it out, see how you guys like it. If it's easy for you to do, and let me know in the comment section. Yeah, look at that, beautiful. Okay, so now I'm gonna speed it up. I sped it up, or whatever. But yeah, there I go with my beeswax and my gel, baby, with them edges. These ones right here, these are your money makers. This is what people see at the root at the beginning. So you gotta make sure them edges are laid. Make sure them edges laid. Put the product on, put the gel on it, comb all that hair in there, brush it in there, whatever you got to do. Palm roll that thing. Or just twist it up with your fingers, you know. Make sure it is neat, all the hair. I can't stand when I see people who just leave the hair around the perimeter, just leave it all out. It's all frizzy. They be like, oh, just let it be natural. Just let it flow. No, ma'am. Put that stuff in that twist and lock that thing up nice and neat so these people can look good. Like they done paid some money for their hair. Don't nobody want to be looking like, oh, I got my hair twisted, but yeah, it's still frizzy. All my new rough out all around my edges. No, ma'am. Get that stuff in them twists. So anyway, I always make sure that I do that for all my clients. Get all that hair in there. No hair left behind, baby. But, and then, I'm at the top. So in a second, I just went ahead and finished the top part off, and then I go around the edges a little bit with some gel again, make sure everything flat and laid, so when they go in the dryer it molds that way. And I spray spritz throughout the hair at the roots, and that's just showing you how it looks. And the hair with all that spritz and beeswax and stuff, it does tend to dry out. So make sure you put some kind of oil or something in it for their scalp to be moisturized. And I always love, love, love marula oil drops is what I put in hers. And it also gives it that shiny look. But this is the end result. This is the style I did. She loves up styles, so the hair is not all on her neck and everything. But don't forget to thumbs up this video, subscribe, comment, follow, turn your post notifications on, because baby, I'm finna be posting videos. And if you like this style, if you like the tutorial, please tell me. And I did have the hair down in the front at first, but I rolled it up because I didn't like the way it was looking just hanging down, as you might have saw in one of the pictures. But this is the finished result, people. So I hope you like it, and thanks for watching.